A recognizable face is preparing to return to Chicago Fire, and this time he's coming back with a promotion under his belt. Fans of the long-running NBC drama will soon see a familiar character re-enter the world of the Chicago Fire Department. Only now he's stepping into a much bigger leadership role. According to One Chicago Center, actor Dandrell Scott has officially joined the season 14 cast in a recurring capacity, taking on the role of Lieutenant Briggs. While an exact air date for his return has not yet been revealed, it has been confirmed that Briggs will now serve as the lieutenant of Truck 68 within the CFD. That detail alone signals a significant shift for the character, who previously appeared in a much smaller capacity. Scott himself shared the news with fans via Instagram, expressing his enthusiasm about revisiting the character and exploring what lies ahead for Briggs in the ever-expanding One Chicago universe. His announcement was accompanied by several behind-the-scenes photos from the Chicago Fire set, showing him proudly wearing his Chicago Fire Department uniform. The images offered fans a first glimpse of Briggs in his new rank and hinted at the larger role he will play moving forward. In his post, Scott wrote, "As of January 2026, I've accepted a recurring role as Lieutenant Briggs on Chicago Fire. I first played this character in 2025, now I'm back as Lieutenant of Truck 68. I'm excited to see where Briggs ends up in the One Chicago universe." His message made it clear that this is more than just a brief cameo. It marks the beginning of a new chapter for both the actor and the character. Although Briggs is technically not a new addition to the series, he may not immediately ring a bell for all viewers. That's because his initial appearance was brief and somewhat understated. The character was introduced during Season 13, Episode 16, titled In the Rubble. In that episode, viewers met Briggs during a short but meaningful scene at the Fire Academy, where he crossed paths with Damon. During their interaction, it was revealed that Briggs and Damon had previously worked together. The two caught up on each other's careers within the CFD, discussing their current assignments and professional standing. Their conversation provided subtle but important background information about Briggs' career trajectory. At the time, he shared that he was searching for an additional source of income, a side hustle, to help support his growing family as he had another child on the way. The brief exchange painted Briggs as a hardworking firefighter juggling professional responsibilities with personal obligations. The scene also shed light on Briggs' previous assignment. He had been working at Firehouse 36 until the CFD made the decision to pull the engines from that location. As a result, Briggs was reassigned to a truck company. Damon appeared surprised by the change, but Briggs maintained a practical and optimistic outlook. Even though the restructuring led to reduced hours, he expressed gratitude for still having a position, especially since the Firehouse itself remained operational despite the cuts. Now in Season 14, Briggs is no longer simply adjusting to departmental changes. He's leading as a lieutenant. That promotion raises several intriguing questions about how the show will reintroduce him and integrate him more fully into ongoing storylines. His new role as Lieutenant of Truck 68 suggests that he will carry greater responsibility and likely play a more active part in major calls and Firehouse dynamics. One of the most compelling possibilities involves Firehouse 40. As viewers will recall, Firehouse 40 became central to a major storyline after Engine 51 was decommissioned, leading to Mouch's transfer. With that transition still relatively fresh, it seems plausible that the series could use Briggs' arrival as an opportunity to further explore life at Firehouse 40. Since the effects of the CFD's budget cuts and restructuring have been a recurring theme, Briggs stepping in as lieutenant at Truck 68 could naturally connect to those broader departmental shifts. However, there is one detail that complicates this theory. The last known assignment for Truck 68 placed it at Firehouse 20, where Damon had worked before ultimately returning to Firehouse 51. If that information still holds, Briggs' leadership of Truck 68 would suggest his base of operations remains at Firehouse 20 rather than Firehouse 40. That said, the ongoing wave of budget reductions and Firehouse closures within the CFD leaves plenty of room for narrative flexibility. Given the restructuring we've already seen, it would not be surprising if Firehouse 20 had also been affected, potentially leading to Truck 68 relocating to a different house, possibly Firehouse 40. Such a shift would neatly tie together several plot threads while also providing a believable explanation for Briggs' presence alongside familiar faces. No matter where Truck 68 ultimately operates, Briggs' return promises to add fresh energy to Season 14's second half. Bringing back a previously introduced character and elevating him to a leadership position allows the series to expand its world organically. Rather than introducing someone entirely new, the show is building on existing continuity, rewarding attentive viewers who remember his earlier appearance. Moreover, Briggs' personal background, balancing financial pressures, family responsibilities and professional ambition, offers rich storytelling potential. As a lieutenant, he will not only face high-stakes emergency situations but also the challenge of leading a team during a time of instability within the department. That combination of personal and professional stakes aligns perfectly with the kind of character-driven drama that Chicago Fire does best. With Season 14 heading into its latter half, fans won't have to wait long to see how Briggs fits into the larger picture. Whether he's stationed at Firehouse 20, Firehouse 40, or somewhere else entirely, one thing is certain. Lieutenant Briggs is no longer a background figure. His return signals growth, change, and new dynamics within the CFD. As the One Chicago universe continues to evolve, Dandrel Scott's expanded role ensures that Briggs' journey is just getting started, and viewers will soon find out exactly where this next chapter takes him.